Hey guys, what's up? My name is Taylor, and I'm a new commentator here on Gaming VOD. I run the UnderSeaGaming channel, so if you like me at all, make sure you subscribe, and links will be in the description if you would like to check out me or my other stuff. So, I make videos for Call of Duty and technology-based videos. I am extremely into computers, and I might talk a little bit today about how I got into computers and building my own PC and everything like that, but right now I just want to introduce myself and my channel. For most of my videos, I mainly focus on Call of Duty videos, video games, and also I do a lot of technology-based videos. So a lot of my commentaries are mainly just me talking about whatever I feel like talking about that day, which is nice for me because I'm able to open up, and it's nice for the viewers because you get to know me better. That's really all I'm about, is trying to get people to know me and just kind of get out there. When I do technology videos, I mainly talk about computers, and that is because computers are extremely important when it comes to today's technology. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with tech facts, but if that is what you're into, then make sure you check out my other videos on my main channel. Aside from computers, I do reviews on pretty much whatever I can get my hands on, whether it be mice, headsets, headphones, earbuds, tablets. I've done a lot of reviews. I haven't uploaded a lot, but make sure you subscribe if you're into different review videos. Eventually, I would like to get to a point where YouTube money could help me pay for stuff to review, or even get to a point where companies would send me their review units, but right now I'm really just sticking with the ability to review whatever I have laying around the house. Since I have a little bit of time, I'll talk about how I got into tech, and I use air quotes on that, but honestly, most of the tech guys on YouTube are mainly focused on computers, which is what I focus on, so I guess that's alright. It goes back quite a few years to maybe like 8th grade, and if you're unfamiliar with the public school system in America, 8th grade is middle school, but in my area the schools are a little bit different than some other schools in the United States. In our school we have elementary school, which is kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, all the way through 6th grade, and in 7th grade we move to the high school, but we're on the 3rd floor, and in 9th grade we move downstairs and have classes on the 1st and 2nd floors. So in the summer of 7th grade and the very beginning of 8th grade, I was in a bit of an awkward stage where I didn't know what to do with my life or in school or what sports to play and everything like that. I had played sports when I was little, and I had been in martial arts since I was 4, but my summer of 7th grade I wanted to get into art. I realized quickly that I sucked at drawing and I couldn't paint to save my life, so I decided to learn how to do graphic designs like signatures, avatars, banners, headers, and stuff like that. I learned from a friend of mine at the time and really enjoyed it. For 2 to 3 years I learned and got better until I got to a point where I was helping the media teacher because we had too many students in our class, so we had to move into another room and he couldn't be in both rooms, so I would help a few people in that room. I didn't really spend a lot of time in that class doing what I was supposed to do because I spent most of my time working on forum signatures and getting better at doing what I wanted to do instead of learning what he told us to do. Eventually I got so good that I needed a laptop that would be better than my all-in-one piece of crap desktop that we've had, so my parents bought me a laptop and I got better at graphic design. It got to a point that I was thinking about doing graphic design for the rest of my life and attending a school for graphic design, but it came down pretty quickly on me that I didn't want to do what I had to be a graphic designer. I didn't want to work as a freelance artist because it would mean my source of income could vary from time to time. I mean, one month I could make a lot of money, then the next month I could have no business and be living on freaking bread. Actually, bread's pretty expensive. Let's do something like ramen noodles. Ramen noodles are cheap. But I like ramen noodles, so I guess that would be okay. I also didn't want to do advertisements or product labels for a larger company because I would be bored all the time with doing stuff that wouldn't allow me to be creative. Shortly after that, sudden realization, my designs became more and more rare until I didn't do any designs at all. During my junior year in high school, I learned about PC gaming and high-end PCs built for designing and 3D modeling. I was still into 3D modeling, but even that was scarce. I decided that I was going to buy a computer and start designing, modeling, and gaming more frequently because I really like to do those things. They were just a bit rare for me to do. I looked into it and actually talked to several friends that I had known to be PC gaming guys, and they told me how cheap I could buy a PC when compared to a pre-built computer. It would be a lot easier for me to buy the parts and build it myself, so I decided that that is what I wanted to do and started saving up money. I saved up until I could get a great processor, a reliable power supply, and I decided to skimp out on the rest. I got a decent motherboard, no graphics card because I told myself I'd be able to upgrade later. I got a really cheap case and a decent reliable stick of 8GB RAM, and a reliable but still budget 1TB hard drive. It was still an awesome build, but I wish I wouldn't have skimped on my power supply's wattage and my case, because that's really what's limiting me right now for upgrading. Upgrading with that case is tough because the cable management was terrible, but this isn't a review, this is an introduction, so I'm not really going to focus on stuff like that. While I was researching parts and putting all of this together, I realized how cool everything was to learn about, and I really enjoyed all of it, so I learned more and more about technology. Around this time at the end of my junior year in high school and my summer before senior year, I was planning on going into petroleum engineering, which for a basic rundown is using oils and different types of petroleum and finding the best way to extract it and use it and all that other stuff. I was planning on taking AP Chemistry, and I even did all the summer work that I could without the book, but my school didn't have me enrolled in the class, so I wasn't able to get the book. Because of that, I gave up with petroleum engineering and looked into different engineering jobs. I've always been good with math and science and scored in the top 1% in my state for standardized tests all through school, so I decided I wanted to be an engineer. I found out about computer engineering and I knew instantly that I wanted to do that for the rest of my life. I started learning more about computers until I became known as the computer guy in my friends group online. In school, I still get a lot of questions about, oh, you build computers? I didn't know that. How do you do that? But to this day, whenever people see me looking at wiring magazines or computer magazines, they always ask me what it's for, and I tell them that I build my own computers and help other people pick out parts for builds and stuff, and them asking me questions about the topic of computers always brings like the biggest smile to my face. Like, if you have any questions about computers, ask me. It makes me super happy when people talk about computers to me. So, I'm not sure how off track I got, but I hope I did at least a half-decent job of explaining who I am and why I do what I do. You could probably expect videos from me pretty often because I love to talk and I love getting feedback. So make sure to like this video, comment any questions, or if you just want to talk about anything, tell me. Subscribe to this channel and my personal channel. Links will be in the description, and I'd like to thank you guys again for watching. See ya!